We're here today with Alex Passmore, CEO of Rox Resources. Alex, thanks for your time.
David, thank you.
Newly appointed to the position of CEO at Rox, what attracted you to this company?
Well, I've known Ian and Brett and Stephen for a long time and had a lot to do with them over the years. I have a lot of time for their technical ability and where Rox has had success making discoveries. So when Ian made the decision to retire, it was a natural progression that we started this conversation. I had just left a role and so had capacity, and so we decided to team up. So very much a friendly transition.
And big shoes to fill. Ian's very well known in the industry and has had great success.
He is very well known, and he's a great geologist. And you can credit Ian with the discovery of the Fisheries Nickel project and many other discoveries. He's a great technician, and he's one of the great characters of the industry. I think that Ian, has reached that stage where he would just like to pursue other things and other opportunities, and have some relaxation time. And I'm happy to attempt to try and fill those big shoes.
No doubt we'll still call on him from time to time for assistance.
Exactly. No, so we're having an extended handover period. So Ian leaves the building officially in April, and so CEO role until then, and there's plenty of handover.
Tell us a little bit about the projects within the portfolio.
So the two main projects, both very interesting, both really interesting greenstone belts in the northeastern part of the Yilgarn Craton, so right on the margin of the Yilgarn Craton. Now, if you're looking for mineralisation, whether it be nickel or gold, at the Craton edge, we've seen Gruyere, Tropicana, and a lot of the major projects being discovered at the Craton margin in recent years, and so that proximity to a deformation zone quite often, gives you the chance to find major anomalies. The two projects that Rox have got are Kohlrabi and Mount Fisher, both prospective for nickel and gold, very underexplored greenstone belts, and Rox has a large position in both. Mount Fisher is probably the most advanced, so that has a gold project that has some resources proven up, and has two very old and small historical workings, but both high grade and that we're following up.
Looking forward to 2019, or looking further into 2019, what excites you about the company, and what should investors be looking for as key milestones?
Right, so we've decided to use Rox's ground and its strong balance sheet to create a platform for 2019. So there is exploration that's ongoing. Rox is a very good exploration company, and it's very good, has that very much in its DNA. So we are stopping exploring for gold and nickel on our projects. The focus will very much be gold in the next 12 months. The reason for that is really the base metal projects that we've got are great and they're highly valued. However, I believe that gold is more scalable. That is, the gold project that we've got now, and with some modest extensions, may bootstrap itself or ourselves into production. Whereas with a base metal project, you've just got that capital intensity that you've got to get over. 2019 will be an active year for drilling, mainly on Mount Fisher, but to a certain extent Kohlrabi, and obviously we're also continuing to look at projects. We've got 11.5 million on the balance sheet, an enviable position for most explorers. So we remain open to transactions. We've looked at many, and the Rox team have looked at over 100 over the last 2 years. But it's very much watch this space now.
And what is that perfect project, if there is such a thing?
So we recognise that our projects are greenfields, brownfields in resource development. We also recognise that if you're selling a existing asset at this point in the price cycle, let's say a gold mine, there must either be something wrong with it, or you're going to be paying a very high price. So our key focus for acquisitions are really further down the development curve, something that needs funding, needs financing, but is a good financeable project, and we have the network and the know-how to do it, to make that happen. So pre-development asset, preferably in gold, but also in base metals and in Australia. That's the target space.
Exciting times ahead for Rox. Big shoes to fill. Alex, thanks for your time.
Thanks, David.